Hello, everybody. My name is Danilo Bonilla. I'm one of the advisors at the UCLA International Education Office, and we're going to start our presentation in 1 second here. Okay, so you are in listening mode only. This webinar has been pre-recorded, but we are still live here behind the scenes for your questions and answers on chat. A couple of things about the webinar. All participants have been muted just to minimize the background noise. And like I mentioned earlier, you have a chance to type in your questions and we will get them in, we will answer them in order. And this webinar will be available on the UCLA International Education website under the GLOW section, which means Global Learning Opportunities Week. So welcome again. Again, my name is Danilo Bonini. I'm one of the advisors for the International Education Office. My areas are Italy, Spain, and Latin America, but we have many other advisors and counselors to help you with the countries and the universities that you might be interested in. So again, a warm welcome. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera, and I'm going to go through these slides. Okay, so really quickly, the International Education Office, which is located in Murphy Hall on the first floor, 1332, is the one-stop shop for all study abroad opportunities, whether it be internships abroad or academic programs abroad, summer, fall, winter, spring, year-long. We are there to help you make decisions. And we have, like I mentioned earlier, many advisors and coordinators to help you. The other item that we do is we connect you with returning students from abroad. We also have international students that come every year, and we will introduce them to them as well. Okay, again, this is the Global Learning Opportunities Week, and that information is on our website, as you can see here on the last dot. Really quickly, our agenda is here. Again, another warm welcome from the International Education Office. We will briefly, really quickly go over Study Abroad 101 refreshers. The other item is we will show you how to study abroad in economics and business economics. And then lastly, we will show you sample programs and coursework. Really quickly, Study Abroad 101 refreshers. So hopefully you got to see the Study Abroad 101 webinar, and that has a lot of details about program types, credit transfer, costs, and funding, also application process and timelines. If you missed it, make sure that you go to our website and you click on the Study Abroad 101 webinar, please. This specific webinar is dedicated to economics and business economics. We will let you know about the petitioning process, and again, show you some specific countries and universities with strong offerings in business economics and economics. And then again, question and answer throughout this webinar. So there are many types of programs. One of the ones that I want to highlight first is called the University Immersion Program. That is where students study at a local university with local students, local professors. The other type is actually called UCLA faculty-led programs, which are during the summer in their short-term experiential type of courses on the go, again, with UCLA professors over the summer only. The other type of program that we organize is internships abroad or research abroad, and you actually get credit for those programs. And again, this is just 3 of many types of programs that we offer. You can use your financial aid awards. Just make sure that you apply for FAFSA by the March 2nd deadline. And yes, there are scholarships available, so please take a look at our website and you can apply for them. And again, all this information is on the UCLA International Education website. When to apply? You basically have to apply about 9 months in advance. Is it competitive? Yes, some programs have limited space, so it is first come, first serve. but generally not. The vast majority of our programs have plenty of space, but do look at our website and it will let you know specifically which programs have limited space. And when can you register or apply? So if you're interested in summer or fall, you would have to wait until basically late October, November to start registering or applying for a program. Again, if you want to go for summer or fall. If you're interested in winter or spring, you would need to wait until February 2024, and the applications are February through October. Okay, so at this point, I will be asking Julie Plotkin, who is the advisor for the econ department, to go ahead and go over these slides.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad you're here, whether you're live or watching this afterglow. We're excited that you will have the opportunity to study abroad. We do have a lot of students studying abroad, and we want to just make sure that you ensure that the courses that you take will apply to econ or biz econ should you want them to. So I want to stress that you should try to get pre-approval from us for courses, for particular courses. If you want to know if students have gone to particular universities, check with us, but it's really important for you to talk to us. Don't assume that because you see something listed, a course listed somewhere that another student took, that it will be accepted for you, because things change. So always talk to us, contact us through the message center. Let us know what you're thinking, and we could let you know how to proceed. We are making some changes on our website and possibly the petition process. But one way or another, again, you're going to want to get courses pre-approved. Sometimes we have courses already approved for a 6-quarter window. Sometimes you have to have them approved each time a student is taking one. So right now, as you could see on the slide, we have on the econ website a page that gives guidelines for how to petition. Again, we could be changing that, but if we make any changes, of course, you should be able to find it on the website, but make sure that you are subscribed to our listserv, Econ Alert. So, and it's through Brew and Learn, so that any kind of updates or information that will be available only through Econ Alert will be something that you find out about. So just go on the Econ undergraduate page and click on listserv. Okay, and then we use the message center. So if you have any questions for us, written questions, then you will contact us through the message center. Next slide, please. Danilo, next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, so generally students take econ electives or econ 106s if they're doing biz econ abroad. If you're already in the major, which is what we recommend that you've completed the pre-major in 11, 101, and 102 before you go, but it's not absolutely necessary to do that. But let's say you're first or second year, you could take econ 1 or 2. Few people take 1 or 2 elsewhere. Econ 11, it's going to be difficult to find elsewhere, although students have taken a summer course at London School of Economics for Econ 11, and the same for Econ 102. You're rarely, if ever, going to find an Econ 101 equivalent elsewhere. 106s, if you find a course that we consider the equivalent of a 106 for biz econ, then that could satisfy a biz econ requirement. Or if you're majoring in econ and you find a course that we accept as a 106, then that could serve as an econ elective. And econ electives are, as you hopefully know, are your choice of econ courses. So whether or not the courses you take are offered at UCLA, there's still a possibility we will accept them. So if you look at the second to the last item, it says that the econ courses do not have to be offered at UCLA. So let's say there's a transportation econ course that has intermediate micro or macro as a prerequisite, and our faculty have looked at the syllabus, then that's a possibility that we will accept that. We also try to accept at least one course that we call a regional econ elective. So if you're studying in Spain, it might be an economics of the EU course, or if you're somewhere in Asia, there could be an economics of East Asia or economics or Korean economics or something like that. So, we don't offer those type of courses at UCLA, but we feel that it's a good opportunity for you to take courses focusing on their region or that country while you're over there. We don't limit the number of lower division courses that you could take elsewhere through study abroad, or let's say you've transferred in or you've transferred other courses for the pre-major, you could still take others, but we do limit the number of upper division courses to 3. So whether you're majoring in econ or biz econ, the max we will accept toward the major is 3. That's whether you go for 1 quarter or the full year, there will still be the limit of 3. Okay, and then we do not accept business courses. So a lot of students want to take business courses, and that's great because there's courses that UCLA does not offer, but we will not accept business courses toward our majors, even if you think that it's the equivalent of one of the management courses that applies to econ or biz econ. And then management 1A and 1B, you could take those elsewhere. You just want to check with the minor in accounting to make sure that you're taking the equivalents, and also take into consideration that the minor in accounting has different eligibility rules for students who take both management 1A and 1B at UCLA versus students who take just one or neither at UCLA. So next slide, please. Okay, so as I said earlier, you should definitely consult with us ahead of time to make sure that the courses that you are going to take are approved. So we have a 6-quarter window of approval for courses that are offered during regular quarters, and they're non-core. So core courses would be Econ 11, 101, 41, 101, 102, 103. It's more of the econ electives and the econ 106s that we have a 6-quarter window of approval. If the course is offered in summer, it has to be approved every summer because there's different faculty teaching and instructors teaching in summer, and they're not always regular faculty from the institutions that you would be attending. I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend that you get something in writing from us. So don't assume because your friend had a course approved that it's okay for you. So even if your friend is going with you at the same time, make sure you get something in writing. So you could send us a message through the message center and say, my friend Joe Bruin is going to LSE and petition for econ whatever to satisfy econ 11. I would like to take it as well. Can you please put in writing that it is approved for me as well? Same thing would be as if a student took a course of the previous year. Don't assume that it's going to apply again or it's going to be accepted again. EAP, the International Education Office, also has a nice database of courses that students have taken in the past and how they've transferred. That's a good starting point for you, but do not depend on that directly and assume that the credit will transfer the same when you go there. So again, you could start with that, but don't end with that. If it says that LSE's Econ 201 satisfies, particular UCLA econ course, maybe it will, maybe it won't, but always protect yourself by getting pre-approval. We want you to submit the syllabus for each course, and we ask for the syllabus from the actual term and instructor with whom you'll be taking the course. So as soon as it's available, then send it to us. We don't pre-approve courses based on a previous term syllabus. But if you're, let's say, planning to go to university that's maybe a new program that, or maybe not a lot of students have gone to, if you want to just consult with us to see if it's a good fit for econ or biz econ, you can make an appointment with us. Okay, and let's see what else. Our faculty, so you'll send the syllabi. Right now we're having the syllabi sent to us through the message center, but we're possibly changing the way we handle petitions. That will be, if we do make a change, we'll post it on our website. We'll also send something out through our listserv. But keep in mind that our faculty are reviewing for course content only. So neither they nor our office is in a position to let you know if the course is going to transfer as a minimum of 4 upper division units, or if it's lower division, at least 4 units. So you need to make sure that you know how many units it's going to be and if it's upper division, because even if a course is evaluated as acceptable, let's say as an econ elective, if it transfers as lower division, then it will not apply toward econ or biz econ. And, just as far as the syllabi, when you send them, just send them as soon as possible, because it could take up to 3 weeks for our faculty to make a decision on the courses. Okay, and then also if you, let's say you know that there's other students on the same program as you and you're already there, maybe ask them if they've already petitioned. Maybe they have, maybe they've already received a decision, and you could then follow up with us and say, Jane Bruin is at LSE with me as well, and she was approved for such and such a course, and can I have that approved for myself as well, through the message center. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so you're going to find, as I mentioned, econ electives and 106s would be likely the courses that you would have a choice of satisfying, and maybe some of the pre-major courses. You're not going to find lab courses there. So let's say 103 or econometrics has a 1-unit lab. Even if you find an econometrics course elsewhere, it's not going to satisfy 103 because it doesn't have a lab. The same as 104 and 104L. Also, for you, those of you in or pursuing biz econ, you're required to take 2 labs in addition to 103 and 103L, 104, 104L. You cannot satisfy a lab elsewhere. So let's say you take a course and we accept it as Econ 106F. That will still satisfy a 106 requirement. It just will not satisfy one of your lab requirements. So maybe your second 106 would have a lab, and one of your econ electives would have a lab. Independent studies or individual studies, you won't find elsewhere. I mean, if you want to do research elsewhere, that's fine. But if you want to do a research paper for the econ or biz econ major, you need to do it under the direction of a UCLA econ faculty member. So for those of you who are qualified for departmental honors, that's a 2-quarter thesis, Econ 198A and 198B. And then for those of you who aren't in honors or who don't want to do honors, there's Econ 199A, which is a 1-quarter paper. And this is an opportunity to write a research paper on an economics topic of your choice. Management electives, there's no management electives or business courses that we will accept. So even if you find an equivalent of a UCLA course, we will not accept it toward the major. So if you go abroad and find a business law course and you have the Anderson School evaluated as the equivalent of Management 108, we won't, even if it is the equivalent of 108, we will not accept it toward econ or biz econ. So just please be clear on that. You're looking for econ courses, not business courses. The only exception with a business course is sometimes we accept some business finance courses that are like more advanced than our, let's say, Econ 106F. So, you could propose some of the business finance courses, but mostly business courses will not apply toward your major. And then for those of you who are either in Biz Econ or planning to major in Biz Econ, you have to take English Comp 131B. That's a business writing course that you must take at UCLA. Okay, next slide. Okay, is this you, Danilo, or me? Go to the next slide and we'll see.
Yes, it's you.
Okay, next slide. Okay, so, to students say, when should I go abroad? You want to keep in mind, number one, when you have to finish your pre-major for econ or biz econ. So if you're a non-transfer, you have to finish the pre-major by 135 units, not including the units you entered UCLA with. If you're a transfer, you have 3 quarters. So you want to make sure you don't go abroad at a point where you're still finishing the pre-major and then it makes you ineligible to pursue econ or biz econ because you have exceeded the time or unit limit by which to finish the pre-major. I would say the more core courses you finish before you go, the more choices you're going to have. So I would definitely say Econ 11, you might get away with not having taken 101. But the thing is that it's good to take 11 and 101 back to back. But let's say you were going to take 11 in spring and maybe go abroad for the summer. Let's say you go to LSE. I don't know if they require 2 quarters of intermediate micro for their 102, but let's say they don't. Let's say Econ 11 is sufficient for their 102 course. And we say, okay, the LSE course is sufficient for Econ 102, then even though we have 101 as a prerequisite, we still will accept the course that is the equivalent of 102. So, and then there are some universities, and this is maybe something that we could talk about in the Q&A. There's universities such as Bocconi in Milan that are more difficult. I think there's more limited slots and it's maybe a little more difficult university, and you definitely would want to have the 11, 101 and 102 before you go there. Okay, and then keep in mind when you're scheduling your study abroad to make sure you can still complete the econ or biz econ major, as well as your time to degree. The College of Letters and Science has a time to degree. They expect you to finish your courses within a certain number of quarters. And something that I've seen recently is some students leave study abroad till their last quarters. So let's say winter and spring, and they're in biz econ and they want to take English Comp 131B. English Comp 131B is very difficult to get into because it's very limited enrollment numbers. And so generally students take it in their final quarter. And so those students who are, let's say, not graduating till June, but are going abroad from January to June, they're out of luck in terms of getting into English Comp 131B in fall quarter because there aren't enough seats. So you'd want to plan ahead. If that's your plan, then maybe try to take English Comp 131B in the summer because it's not restricted to biz econ majors. And then, of course, there's certain times when there's internship recruiting and full-time recruiting and interviewing. So you want to make sure that if you will be interviewing in person, that you're going to be at UCLA or wherever it is. If you need to fly to New York, that you can fly to New York or San Francisco. If it's purely by Zoom, then fine, go abroad, but you just want to, maybe talk to the Career Center and some other folks about when is internship and full-time recruiting as far as your area of interest post-graduation. Okay, next slide.
Okay, great. So at this point, I'm gonna show you some countries, some universities with our programs at UCEAP. Just a reminder that UCEAP has summer, fall, winter, spring, and year-long programs. You can see on the right. And the other program, which I'll mention at the end, is called UCLA Summer Travel Study, which is led by faculty members. Okay, so let me go ahead and start on the next slide. Let's see. So just a reminder that you're not obligated to study within your major. You can also try to venture out and do some general education, courses for your minor, foreign language, or if you just need total units for your graduation requirements, also personal and professional units development, that is definitely a possibility. So again, also think beyond your major. Okay, so I'm going to show you some sample programs. Again, the first one would be through UCEAP, summer, fall, winter, spring, through the UC system. And on the UCEAP website, which you see at the bottom on the blue link, if you do a search for economics and business economics programs, you'll see that there are something like 97 programs total around the world, again, for summer, fall, winter, and spring. But I'm going to show you a couple in 1 minute here. So before I do want to mention there are some popular universities every year. For example, in the United Kingdom, we have the London School of Economics. In the Netherlands, Maastricht University. In Italy, we have in the city of Milan is the University of Commerce, Luigi Bocconi. And then the other one that also is very popular is in France, in Paris. It's called Sciences Po. Okay, one of them is in the United Kingdom, in the center of London, London School of Economics. It's a very popular summer program. And this is just a quick sample of courses that students have taken in the past. It doesn't mean that they will be accepted by the UCLA Economics Department, so please keep that in mind. You always have to speak with the departmental advisors and pre-petition. So this is just a quick sample. Also, there are more classes that are a possibility, but I just, just to give you an idea. And when you go to the UCEAP website that's listed there, you click on UCEAP programs, London School of Economics, and then academics, and it will give you these search engines. Okay, the next one is in the Netherlands at Maastricht University. And this program is fall semester, spring semester, or you can go for the whole year. They teach in English. And again, here is a quick sample of what students have taken in the past. Again, double check with the econ department. And if you look at the website here, again, it will give you the direct links to some of the course listings. The other program is in Italy, in the north, in Milan, and this is the University of Luigi Bocconi. This program, unfortunately, has limited space for fall semester and spring semester, so make sure that you apply as soon as the application opens up. And again, a sample of upper division courses that are offered in English at this university. Okay, and then again, the last one that I want to mention is in Paris, France. It's called Sciences Po, and they actually teach both in French and in English. You can go fall semester, spring semester, or the whole year. And again, here is a sample of upper division courses that students have chosen, have taken in the past. Again, check with the econ department to get pre-approvals. Okay, other popular universities around the world, also in the United Kingdom, in London, also in the heart of London is the University College London. In Spain, there is the University of Barcelona. They actually teach classes in English and in Spanish. And in Japan, we have also English-speaking university. It's called the International Christian University. And then in the Netherlands, there's another large university. It's Utrecht, Utrecht University. And then the last one that I want to mention, which is also very, very popular for summer, fall, and spring semester, is in Korea, in the city of Seoul, at Yonsei University. Okay, the next slide is basically the UCLA Summer Global Internship Program. So this is an 8-week internship program along with a 10-week course. And as you can see on the screen, the internship course starts a little bit earlier. The internship dates actually, start a little bit earlier in June 22nd, and then the actual online course starts June 24th. So this program gives you 4 to 8 units, and it's an academic, unpaid internship, global internship during the summer, and you are committed to 32 hours per week. Let's see, the last thing is there are weekly lectures from local industry professionals. And this application opens up October 23rd, and it will close November 27th. And here is basically a sample of locations and placements. And there are 2 specific countries for the econ major, econ global internship program. One is in Germany, in Berlin, and then the other one is in the Czech Republic, in Prague. So the academics, the mandatory course is basically Economics 195C. It's 4 units, and there are 2 optional courses. One of them is called Intercultural Communication in the Global Workplace, and then the other one is basically in Economics 199A. Do keep in mind that if you do receive state and federal financial aid, you do have to enroll in 8 units, not 4 units. And another important thing is that you do have to have the prerequisite courses that you see listed here on the screen. For example, Econ 1, Econ 2, Econ 11, Econ 101, and you must complete this by spring 2024 before leaving. So just make sure that you keep that in mind. Okay, so there are 2 great advisors and a director. One of them is Andrew Bottom. His contact information is on the screen. He's the associate director, Andrew Bottom, and then the coordinator is Anna Arellano. Her contact information is on the screen as well. And they're going to be having info sessions the week of October 23rd through October 27th. And just keep an eye out on our website because the specific days and times will be on there. Okay, so the other last program that I want to mention is UCLA Summer Travel Study Programs. This year, we do not have an econ program per se, but for example, if you're interested in doing, your foreign language requirement abroad, if you want to go to Berlin or Germany to do German, you can definitely do that. Or if you want to venture out and do maybe like a sociology course, something that satisfies your diversity requirement, you can do that in New Zealand, in Wellington, New Zealand. Or, for example, if you want to also satisfy maybe your diversity requirement, you can go to Buenos Aires, Argentina, and you take upper division coursework. There's a specific thing for that program, taking it to the streets in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And there is a UCLA Summer Travel Study Program under the Anderson School of Management. That one is still being reviewed and built, so just keep an eye out for that on our website. Okay, and then the last thing is please make sure that you visit us, whether it be virtual or in person. The International Education Office is located in Murphy Hall on the 1st floor, room 1332. You can give us a call or send us an email. And also just make sure that you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We also have drop-in advising. we can do that virtually, or you can do that in person. And we can do, if you prefer, a one-on-one, or you can do maybe like a group advising session as well. And then the last thing is our newsletter. Make sure that you take out your cell phones and scan this this code, and then you'll get our newsletters for updates, new countries, new programs, and all those news updates. Okay, so that is our webinar. Are there any additional items that you would like to add, Julie?
No, you did a great job. Thank you, Danilo.
Okay, so thank you all. I'm gonna go ahead and stop my recording, and thank you and have a good day.